What's up, everybody? This is Domingo Hero Network, and today's wrestling video I'm going to be doing, guys, I'm going to be talking about the Undertaker's comments about the current WWE product being soft. So before we start, I want to give a couple shout outs to the people who made a video talking about this. Shout outs to Art Alaverdi, Matthew George, Megan Corey, Jay Rance, and Erica, the WWF WCW Divas Trader for 1985. Shout outs to all you guys. So now let's get this started. So here we go. So I got this article right here. So this all started like a few days ago. The Undertaker was in the Joe. He was a guest of the Joe Rand's Experience podcast, and Joe Rogan was talking about the Undertaker this question. And I'm gonna read this article right now on my phone right here. So if you guys want to, and if you guys want to see the articles for yourself, I'm gonna put the link in the description below so you guys could check it out and read it. So here we go. So this is the question that Joe Rogan says to the Undertaker. He said, "Do you enjoy WWE as a fan, or are you too close to it?" Undertaker replied by saying, "I tried. It's tough right now for me because the product has changed so much. It's kind of soft, you know." Joe Rogan responds saying, "Are you going to get in trouble for saying that?" Undertaker responds saying, "Probably. I probably pissed a lot of people off, but they need to hear it. It is what it is. But the young guys, oh, it's a bitter old guy. I'm not bitter. I did my time. I'm good. I walked away when I want to walk away. I just think the product is a little soft. There's guys here and there that has an edge to them, but there is too much pretty and not tough subjects, I think, right now." And also it says the the issue framing of the old man reversing. Undertaker responds saying, "They're trying, and it's always been this way. They're trying to put something out for everybody, and it's like some guys are into comedy shit, and then there's other guys who want to see the more hardcore type fighting. I think one of the big things that happening is that the generation before, we all got old at the same time, so there weren't enough guys to work with the young guys. We can't sit and talk, and I can give you my theories of what you should do. You should do this, or maybe you should try this. But until you actually get into the ring and actually do it, it doesn't really translate a lot of times." And then on the on the internet, while these guys on the internet saying I'm pretty fucking good, it's like, okay, well, you can listen to them, or you can listen to somebody who has been there and done it. So I think they need to, and you can't help it, but there were just not enough members of the Youngs and the new talent, like when had Stone Cold, The Rock, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, all these guys. We were all working together, and we were making money, and we were drawing. And then we all got kind of aged out, and I hung in there for a long time, but we kind of aged out, and then it's just left all these young guys to learn with more young guys, and the product changed. The PC, the training center is helping. We got Triple H, a great wrestler, who was heading out the whole thing, trying to get some of the toothpaste back in the tube. He's trying to move back in a kind of a step, back to move forward to get the product a little more edge. I think that's what is missing. Okay, there's a lot of, so let's get into it. So yeah, pretty much. So that's Undertaker's comments right there. So here's my thoughts and my opinion about this, guys. Right off the back, The Undertaker is 100% right. Yes, I agree with Undertaker. The current state of WWE's product is soft. Basically, it's garbage. It's trash. And he was right. Undertaker, he told the truth. And hey, this is why the Undertaker is a legend, and he's a veteran. He knows, all about the wrestling, because Undertaker been wrestling in the WWE for 30 years since 1990, from 1990 to 2020. 30 years. That's a long time. The man's a legend. This is why I respect The Undertaker. The Undertaker was one of my favorite wrestlers from back in the days. The Undertaker has been in four of the best eras back in the days. The Golden Age, New Generation, Attitude, and Ruthless Aggression. He was awesome in those eras, He's been in all these eras. Hell, even in the PG indie era of today, he's still pretty good, all that stuff. But, yeah, I agree with The Undertaker because, like, the current state of the product, hell, the current state of wrestling in WWE, the current state of wrestling is soft. The product sucks. It sucks, you know, especially shows like Raw and SmackDown every week when, you know, it's unwatchable and the ratings are low, and then you got these indie guys and girls, you know, with the flips and kicks and technical work rate that does not draw. Because let me say this right now, you know, and Jay Rance, you know, he's right. He got a good point when he said this on one of his videos. He said that technical work rate that on their own with no storyline, no character development, no career, none of that stuff does not draw, and it never will. And he's right. Like matches with wrestling abilities, technical work rate on their own without storylines or charisma or character, all that stuff does not draw. It does not draw at all. So I agree with the Undertaker. Yeah, the product is soft, you know, and it sucks. It sucks. Let's be honest, you know. And the Undertaker, I'll give the Undertaker, you know, a lot of credit that he deserves. He admitted that he's going to get in trouble for this, but you know what? He speak out of his mind. He told the facts and truths. Undertaker told the facts and truths about these flipping, killing, no talent wrestlers of today. You know, Undertaker calls it like it is. You know, because you know Undertaker knows the wrestling very well. The man's a veteran. You know, he's 50 something. You know, he knows what he's talking about. You know, because he knows back in the days about, you know, what you need to do in wrestling, like what can wrestling can do in order to, you know, get ratings and get more people talking and interested in the product and watching those shows like Raw SmackDown back in the days. You know, hell, Undertaker, you know, part of Attitude Ruthless Aggression there when the ratings went up. You know, Undertaker, you know, the man's a legend, is a star, and I agree with him being the product too soft and all this stuff. The only thing I disagree with the Undertaker is that he was talking about, you know, Triple H, you know, oh, do great and stuff about what he said about Triple H. Let's be honest, Triple H is a smart tart, great wrestler, but a terrible businessman, you know, and a sellout as well. Because you know, yeah, like fuck Smarko H, man, you know, and yeah, because the current state, look what's going on, and Undertaker's right about this. The product has changed. Wrestling has changed in general because, you know, the current state of wrestling, you know, with indie matches with flips and kicks, and then there's women's evolution bullshit that nobody cares about, and then you got these indie guys with no talent and stuff, and the She-Hawks with no talent, like it's just, you know, with no character, no charisma, no storylines, or none of that, you know. And they don't draw ratings at all. Look at the ratings now in Raw and SmackDown every week. You know, the ratings are low. Hell, the USA Network's furious with the ratings to the point that they told WWE they want dark and adult content, which, you know, WWE they can try to do it. I kind of doubt it. WWE is going to listen to the USA Network, and even if they did, guess what? It's not going to work. And even if they go back to TV14, look, it's still going to suck. You know, like for example, AEW is TV14, you know, but guess what? It still sucks. And Impact Wrestling is TV14 as well, right? But guess what? It still sucks. So yeah, WWE can try to, you know, be bringing dark and adult content, but guess what? It ain't gonna work in this current state of WWE. You know, so yeah, Undertaker is 100% right. I agree with him, and yeah, he's right. The product is soft. It's terrible. These young guys who with no character, no charisma, you know. Here's the thing: how are they gonna get over? How are they gonna draw ratings? You know, Undertaker got some good points. He has valid points. You know, like if you're gonna make it to wrestling, you gotta like suck it up. You gotta try to have like, you know, character development. You gotta show some charisma. You gotta cut some good promos, and you know, you gotta show some charisma. You gotta be acting like tough guys, not like some not some Indian darling who likes to go on the internet whining and complaining. Also, Undertaker talk about, you know, some wrestling with the whole video game thing and stuff like that as well. I mean, I love video games. Don't get me wrong, but here's the thing: when you're a wrestler, you gotta do wrestling things, you know. And Undertaker got some valid points about that too. You know? Like, you know, if the product sucks, it sucks. You know, Undertaker told the truth. You know. And here's the thing, you know, these indie guys like who wants to do video games and go on social media and this and that and all that stuff, and that's not how you're gonna get over. That's not how you're gonna draw ratings. That's not how you need. Okay. And not to mention, like, come on now, like, you need to have character development. You need to have like more charisma. You gotta show charisma. You gotta like cut some good promos. You gotta go out there and, you know, do, you know, all that stuff. You know, you gotta go out there and, you know, show the casual fans like, okay, why are you here? What's your story? What's the story of you? Why are you here? Why are you making it to the big leagues? You know what I'm saying? Why are you wrestling on this stuff? Okay, not some matches with like flips and kicks and technical workman and so-called 5-star man, all that stupidness. Like, come on, man. And the thing about it, and then you got these smarks complaining about it, which, as usual, they always complain about everything. They're probably pissed off about the Undertaker's comments. Hell, even some of the indie wrestlers, like if they don't like the Undertaker told the facts and truth, and they don't like it, then I can't believe I'm saying this, but tough shit. So yeah. So and then you got one of these AEW guys like Trent who went on Twitter saying that Undertaker should be in jail. Like, well, for what? All because he's told the truth? All because he has an opinion? Yeah, fuck Trent, man. Yeah, Trent, Trent Beretta, who used to wrestle in WWE, he's in AEW as Trent. Like, fuck Trent, man, fuck him. But yeah, how are you gonna complain about it? All because Undertaker was telling facts and truths. That's the problem with today's generation. Like, people cannot handle facts and truth, and they want to cry and complain about it. That's why today's society is it's messed up. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I don't have a problem with the Undertaker's comment. Undertaker I agree with almost everything. He except for the one he said about Triple H. Because let's face it, Triple H is not trying. And even if Triple H did try to make the product improve, it ain't gonna work. Because he's a smart target. He's a sellout too. So yeah. That's gonna be it for this video, guys. So yeah, I agree with the Undertaker. Thank you, Undertaker. Hashtag thank you, Taker. And I hope WWE puts Undertaker in the Hall of Fame this year in 2021. Because the Undertaker deserves it. He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. No doubts. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. Post your comments in the comments. Tell me what you think about the Undertaker's comments about the current WWE Prime being too soft. Just let me know in the comments, guys. And that's going to be it for this video. And also like and share, subscribe, and all this stuff as well. So this is Domingo Hero Network. All I can say is take care, have a good day. Goodbye, everyone. And Domingo Hero Network signing out. Peace.